Yesterday, how storm debris cleanup is about 50% done in Omaha. And as the metro cleans up, people are expected to plant new trees so they can replace the damaged ones.
Joining us now with some tips on that is Josh Rongish with Arborist. He's an arborist with Davey Tree of Omaha. So Josh, fall is a popular time to plant trees, but are there certain techniques when it comes to planting that we should use maybe?
Oh, for sure. So planting a tree involves a lot more than digging a hole and putting a tree in it. A lot of trees grow in containers for the early parts of their lives, and those roots just grow in circles around each other. Getting in there and treating that root ball the right way, making sure that the crown flare is exposed, and little things like that just help that root system grow outward and correctly instead of causing what we call girdling roots, which unfortunately causes a lot of trees to die earlier than they should.
Is there a certain kind of tree that people should be looking at planting right now? Certain trees do better than others?
Yeah, I mean, there's always native trees that are better ones. Honey locust is a great one, and then the chickapin oak and bur oak are just two other trees that are really hard to beat. You get a lot of varieties of maples and stuff out there that you will get pretty fall colors out of, but they are much more structurally weak than some of the oak varieties. And when we have the storms roll through, that's where we see a lot of that damage come in.
Yeah, speaking of storms, Josh, we've had back-to-back storms. A lot of trees in the metro are damaged. How do people determine if they should remove the tree or try to save it?
That is a very deep question. There's a lot of factors that go into that. Honestly, getting a local arborist to come out and take a look is probably going to be your best bet. Looking for things like other cracks and fractures. When you do get all those broken limbs and break stubs and stuff cut out of that canopy, what is it going to look like? What's its overall shape going to be? Is something that is just not going to be structurally able to survive for many more years are things that homeowners can do. But ultimately, if your tree was really damaged and you lost some big limbs and there's big open wounds on the tree, a lot of times those ones are best just to get cut down.
Yeah, Josh, I mean, those might be the obvious ones, but is there any hidden damage that homeowners should be thinking about?
Oh, absolutely. A lot of our trees we have in Omaha, there are a lot of silver maple trees, and they are notorious for having decay spots. From the outside, tree looks normal, looks like maybe just a little hole on a branch or something up there. On the inside, it is all rotten decay, and when the high winds come through, it is very easy to have those limbs break off. And you don't see it till it's broken and laying hopefully not on your house or on your yard. But.
Josh, this is such good information. I know we both just learned a lot. Always great to have you here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.